Hello and welcome to this tutorial on BreezeDocs Basics, opening a Breeze volume. Today we're going to show you how to open and manipulate the basic view in a BreezeDocs volume. To get started, we'll go up and click on the yellow D in the Start menu button, and we're going to open up a database. And I have a demo volume out here that I'm going to open up. And when you open up a volume for the first time, Breeze will open it up with the single doc ID column by default, because obviously that's the link to your document is the doc ID. Now, a couple of things about the interface. Obviously, when we're working with the database, we want to do more than just see the doc ID. So what we can do is we're going to go ahead and set this up for a mock document review. So I'm going to go to click the Fields button, the black and white X in the top left corner, and I'm going to go add some fields. I'm going to add responsive. I'm going to add privileged, redact, and I'm going to add attorney notes. And now you can see those columns are visible in our list on the grid. Now, when we're not in edit mode, when the edit mode button is not permanently highlighted, we can go in and resize our columns. So we can resize these columns to for our editing purposes, visualization purposes, to make it easy to read the information, that kind of thing. Now, a couple of things about the grid interface. To change from record to record, we can either click on a field, or we can down arrow and up arrow and right and left arrow between columns and up and down arrow between records. Sorting the data in the data grid view is a really easy thing to do. All you have to do is go over to the column you want to sort by and click on the column header. Now in this example, I'm going to click on the doc ID header to sort from highest to lowest, as opposed to the current sort, which is lowest to highest. So I click on the doc ID header and we get the prompt, do you want to sort the list by doc ID? This will also set your export order for your output, and pay very close attention to that, because if you have played with the sorting for whatever reason, you want to be sure that you are sorted properly so that your Bates numbering goes in the document order that you want. So I'm going to click yes, and you will see now we're sorted high to low. If I click doc ID header again, then you'll see that we now are sorted low to high. And that's all there is to sorting in your view. Another thing about the interface is editing data. When we click the edit button, we get the aqua column and row separators, and that is our indication that we are in edit mode. When you are in the grid in edit mode, you will notice some columns have gray backgrounds and other columns have white backgrounds. The gray background means that that particular column is not editable. That's a key system column that we do not want you to edit. Everything else can be edited. So if I want to mark a document responsive, I start my review and I say, this email is responsive. And I say, yep, that email is responsive too. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to down arrow through these. On checkbox columns, you can use the space bar to check a box. So I'm going to go space bar to toggle it on, space bar to toggle it off, space bar to toggle it back on. And when you move to the next record, this edit is saved. You'll notice when I click on this or hit the space bar on this checkbox, you'll notice I get a little editing icon here on the left. That little pencil tells us we're in edit mode. As soon as I move off of that record, that information is saved. So that's an auto save function. The same applies for text fields. If I go up here to this first responsive document and I say, this is a good one, exclamation point. And then I scroll down to the next record, that information is now saved. And you can see that because I'm going to go out and reopen the database. And boom, there's my data. So edit mode, clicking the edit button toggles the edit mode off and on. You can also do this by clicking the F2 key, which is a universal Windows edit mode key. And that concludes this tutorial on BreezeDocs Basics, opening a Breeze volume. Look for other helpful Breeze tutorials on Breeze products coming soon.